It's a beautiful day today and we're back reading some more Karen stories. The last 2 episodes of these have been so fun, and if you guys haven't seen those episodes, definitely check them out. But yeah, once again today we're reading some stories about people that are super entitled and frustrating, and I couldn't be more excited. Enjoy, guys. Karen is still butthurt because we built a playground in the neighborhood. For years, our neighborhood has had a patch of green space open for recreation. Until this year, it was just bare grass and some trees and a few benches with a couple of neighbors' fences backing onto it. Yesterday, after years of people talking about the idea but getting nowhere, we opened a small playground that occupies 1/10 of the space. I and other parents of young children actively lobbied for this playground at meetings with the local park board, where we heard some pretty hysterical arguments against the idea, ranging from environmental damage to increased crime to exploding toilets. Yeah, exploding toilets. Ask me about that one if you want. So let's talk about Karen. She's one of the neighbors who lives near the playground and wasn't happy with the idea. At one point we were considering the empty lot right next to her house as the playground side, but that idea didn't last long. She's still finding reasons to complain. Not even half an hour ago she posted to our neighborhood Facebook group asking parents to call off the kids who are on the playground making noise. Question: what day out of all the days of the year is the day when sugared up children are most likely to be out past their bedtime? And given that this day often generates more enthusiasm in our town than Christmas, shouldn't Karen know this? Wait a second though, how close is the playground to their house? Like, I don't know if I'd like a playground being right next to my house either. Yeah, like this comment says, and yet I've seen so many stories on Reddit of people being tortured by the constant screams of playing children. There's merit on both sides of this. Like, yeah, if it is a little bit far away from their house, then okay. But I don't know, if their house literally is gonna back onto it, then I kind of agree. That could definitely be super annoying. Wow, starting the episode agreeing with the Karen in the story? Is that a good start to the episode? Or have I failed in finding a Karen story? There are heaps of comments here agreeing with the Karen as well. But yeah, for real, if it was super close to their house, that would be pretty obnoxious. So it's pretty understandable that they don't want it there, I feel like. The next one is called My First Karen in the Wild. A week ago, I purchased an ink cartridge at an office supply store, and later discovered I got one that didn't fit my specific printer. I brought it back with the receipt, original packaging, everything I needed. I went over to the returns area and I stood in line behind a lady, probably in her 80s, with white hair in the style of a Karen haircut. As she moved to the front, she pulled out an ink cartridge with no receipt or packaging. She demanded that they give her money back as she purchased it the day before. The employee refused, saying that she didn't have a package nor did she have the receipt. She then demanded the sales manager. The sales manager came over and the following conversation took place. Karen, I bought this item a few weeks ago and I want a refund. I don't have a package or a receipt. I don't know why it didn't work. The printer said something was wrong with the ink cartridge. Employee, ma'am, you just told me that you bought it a day ago. Karen, well, you can check my credit card. I bought it a day ago. The employee and the manager checked her credit card to find out when that product was last purchased. They flipped the monitor around and pointed to a date, 29th of December 2019. She then flipped out and demanded the store manager, who gave her the polite version of F off, we can't do anything. She then left. Wow, I bought it yesterday. Wait, so they actually did buy it in 2019? Wait, so why are they trying to return it? That's amazing. How did they think that was gonna work? Like, oh yeah, it'll be totally fine. They'll definitely give me a refund. Yeah, this one kind of raises more questions than it answers. Why are you returning it now? Why do you feel like you can return it? And what's even going on here? The next one is called Karen Wants My Tires. It's almost snow season here, and I booked an appointment to have my tires swapped today a month ago. The first snow is forecast Wednesday morning, so I knew it'd be busy, but when I got there, it was actually chaos. I checked my vehicle in after about 15 minutes in line and was thinking they were moving pretty quickly for it to be that short, given that they had so many vehicles. There were even some parked on the grass. I had to park a quarter of a mile down and then walk up, and for the next hour I waited and I got to hear the poor employees get screamed at over and over by walk-in customers without any appointments who thought they should get their tires immediately. But then the last one really takes the cake. She'd been staring through the big windows at the shop the whole time that she was in line. She was told that she had 2 choices: make an appointment for next Monday and come back, or leave her vehicle and they get it done in the order it came in after those with appointments, so she'd probably need to come back in 8 hours. She started freaking out, screaming and cussing that she needed her tires now and didn't care who was in front of her because she was the first in line right now. The employee patiently and kindly explained to her options again and that they were booked for a solid week. She never even looked at him. She cut him off, yelling at him to give her the tires in the back of the little black SUV that they just rolled out. I checked over my shoulder, and sure enough, they just finished up my Land Rover. The employer kept trying to tell her that the tyres are mine, and that they have plenty of tyres. They only have 4 work bays. Well, that SUV is off the lift, so just put mine on it and give me the tyres you put in the back of it. It's really simple. Are you an idiot? He blinked and started to say something, and I cut in. Hey, that's my car. Those are my tyres. I own them. Are you suggesting that he steal my all-terrain tyres that suck in snow and have them put them on your car that they won't even fit? Her. Tyres are tyres. Me. Then drive off with the ones that you have on and leave everybody here the hell alone. Her now whining like a toddler. But they're not snow tyres. I need snow tyres. I lost it laughing. Neither are my off-road tyres that they're taking off my rims to put my snow tyres on. Me. Seriously, just make an appointment like the rest of us did and you'll have tyres that fit. No, stop yelling at people and go book it online. I stood up. I don't think I'm exactly intimidating as a 5'6", 49-year-old woman, but it worked. She left and several others in line followed her out. Honestly, I felt bad about that. Me to the employee. Sorry you lost business there, but my vehicle's done. He was laughing but trying to hide it. Apparently everybody that left had been yelling at them earlier too, so he didn't mind. I still don't understand what her thought process was in the whole thing. Someone said as I was leaving that she'd also left her car parked in the middle of the right-hand traffic lane on the busy highway in front of the place. But yeah, shout out to that employee for never losing his cool at all. I can only imagine what his day was like already by the time she started in, based on just the time that I was there. Friendly reminder, if you live somewhere where it snows, book your tyre appointment in advance. Yeah, what did they even want to happen? That's so frustrating. The top comment says, the best comeback I ever had for someone like this was, were you born this stupid or did you have to work for it? I wish I was always that clever. Yeah, I think it's even more frustrating because it doesn't make any sense. What are they even meant to do? They're doing tyres on other cars. They're just too busy. But no, they should drop everything so that they can have tyres. The next one is called Karen runs out of gas, blames the cashier, me, and expects me to pay for it. I have posted this story in another subreddit years ago, but I think it'd fit well here, so enjoy. Okay, this one's going back to 2003. I'm working a minimum wage at a very busy gas station in the UK. I'd only been there for a few months, which is outstanding considering the staff turnover for this place. I know the ropes of this place, and it also, and still is, very busy. Lines of cars and trucks going down the highway and a line of customers going out the door, and I'm working alone as usual. Hundreds of customers with places to be. The cast of the story. Me, the overworked 17-year-old with a bright future of PTSD and other mental health goodness. Next 15 years of bliss in this hellhole. Karen, old biatch, missing her butler but still has a 10-yard pole up her you know what. Customers, everybody else. Karen got out of a taxi and came up to the front of the line past 20 customers that were waiting patiently. Age 70 plus. She's dressed head to toe in black velvet, a fur coat, and wearing more platinum jewelry than I've ever seen. She also looked vaguely familiar. She demands in a very snobby voice, I need fuel. Imagine Professor McGonagall from Harry Potter but fatter. Me, I'm sorry but you have to wait your turn as I served customers. Karen, I need fuel and my car collected from down the road. Me and a few customers give her a weird look. If you've broken down, I have the number for a recovery service and you can use our phone, and hand her a card with the number and the phone in between the customers. She just looked at the card as if I put dead rats on the counter. You can't do it. Why can't you do it? Me, I'm afraid to say I can't. It's very busy today while I'm still serving customers. Karen, no, why can't you go retrieve my car? Me, wondering what the hell? We're a petrol station. We don't do other recovery services. Karen, nonsense. You'll collect my car this instant. I'm getting annoyed by now. So are the other customers. She lets her car run out of fuel, leaves it on a now gridlocked highway, gets a taxi to my station, and somehow it's my fault and responsibility to rectify the situation. How? I can't close the station. I'm here on my own. I don't own a car or even have a license. I will call the recovery company for you when I have a free moment. Just be aware that there will be a charge fee and you need payment in cash. There's an ATM outside. She now gets red in the face. Are you stupid? Why should I pay? My car has run out of fuel. You have to deal with it. I'm trying to keep cool and serve customers and finding an alternative to get her out of the store at this point. In that case, there are fuel cans behind you. You can purchase and fill them. Karen, very well. She picks up a 1-gallon can and slams it on the counter. Go fill it. I say sorry to the next customer and I scan the can. That'll be £5 and another $3.50 to fill it, so $8.50 altogether. Karen, I'm not paying for that. It's your responsibility to provide fuel. Are they joking? And your customer service is atrocious. I refuse to pay. You'll pay for my recovery, my fuel, and my taxi. Me? Well, then you can leave. And the entire line of customers start chewing her out too, telling her to get the hell out of here. We're busy and they're a stupid old cow. Karen, you'll be hearing from me about this, and I'll have your job for this insolence. And then she storms out and gets back into the taxi that was blocking my forecourt. We did hear back from her about a week later. She'd gone to customer complaints, reached the regional manager and the national HR, claiming that I was responsible for her car running out of fuel, it being abandoned on a highway, refusing to pay for towing and refueling, and being humiliated in front of customers with demands of reimbursement and compensation for poor quality of service. Finally, a letter of apology written and signed by me with my letter of resignation. A few weeks after this, the manager pulls me aside. She knew all about it. She heard the story from me and a few of our regular customers, as well as watched and heard it on all of our security cameras. The Karen sounded crazy and looked like she had just come out of a funeral. She chalked it up as being emotionally drained, senility, mental health, and said to not worry about it. Then she got the letters and phone calls from head office, and that threw her theory out the window. She handed me a copy of the response letter that was sent to Karen, stating that she was barred from all of our company stations nationwide, informed that the company is not a charity, and entering one of our stations or approaching our staff will result in removal by police. I read the name and I realised she was my old principal from primary school. She was an old hellhound when I was 5, and looks like she just got worse as she got older. See you in hell, Mrs. M. Yeah, I don't even know what to say about this one. I thought the person in the last one didn't make any sense. This one's on a whole new level, but good on you though. It sounds like you handled this super well. I can't even begin to imagine how frustrating this would have been. The next one is called Sued by Karen. I'm a tattoo artist in a private salon, and a hairstylist, Karen, from down the hall asked me to cover up her C-section, lap band and skin removal surgery scars. I told her I could and that it would take more than one session because what she wanted was so large. I gave her a smoking deal and she agreed. Before we started, she signed my consent and we reviewed aftercare instructions. She was the worst client imaginable. She was late to every appointment, up to 50 minutes. She left during sessions to get snacks from the gas station, and on 2 occasions she asked me to leave my studio so she could talk on the phone privately. On top of that, she was so sensitive that I could only get about 1 to 1.5 hours of tattooing in at a time. She was so uncooperative and wasted so much time that I ended up seeing her a total of 6 sessions. There was one small area that wasn't finished because she was so sensitive there that she always asked me to move to something else. However, she was so happy with the work that was done that she posted videos of it to TikTok when on vacation in June. Near the end of June, I went on a mission trip with my high school youth group students, and the day after I arrived home, July 3rd, she asked me how soon I could reschedule her. I told her I wasn't available again until after school started, August 1st, but that I would reach back out when the time got closer. A week later, she texted me to say how dare I have other clients in my studio when I told her I wasn't available to see her until August, and that she wanted half of her money back to get another artist to finish it. I gave her the reason why I was unavailable, plus those clients had been scheduled prior to going on the mission trip. I told her I wasn't giving her any refund, and I said I was tired of her taking advantage of me. She replied with a lot of senseless garbage, the last of which was, everyone who messes with me gets the short end of the stick, and don't worry, you'll see me again and God sees you. I roll, I roll. 9 days later, before August the 1st even came around, she filed a civil claim against me seeking 9 times what she paid for the tattoo. I filed my response along with the evidence to support it. I appeared in court on Monday and the judge immediately sent us to mediation before hearing the case. The mediator informed me that she'd now filed an amendment and was now asking for $2,000 more than the original claim, allegedly for even more pain and suffering. He asked her to present her case so that he could help us try to work out a settlement. She rambled on and on, lied throughout, and complained about how humiliating it was for her to have to show pictures of her half-naked body to the court. He asked me what my response was, and I stated, she filed this claim against me because I didn't schedule another appointment for her as quickly as she wanted me to. I never refused to see her again, and I refused to give her a refund because she signed a contract that says she understands that she's not entitled to any refunds, and I showed him the signed contract. He excused me from the room and they talked for about 20 minutes before he grabbed me to talk in another room. He said, she's willing to accept half of what she was asking for, and if you agree, we won't have to go back to the courtroom. I asked him what the challenges to my defense were, and he mumbled some nonsense that made it even more evident that he just wanted me to cave so he could move on. He didn't allow me any time at all to tell him the details of my side of things. I felt ready to present my defense to the judge. I told the mediator I wasn't settling for anything, and he instructed me to go back to the courtroom. I returned to the courtroom and the judge asked me if we'd worked everything out, and I said, no sir. He chuckled and said that he'd help. I waited for about 10 minutes and the judge sent someone to go retrieve the mediator and the claimant so that he could start the hearing. A couple of minutes later, the mediator came in alone and shoved a piece of paper in my face and said that she's dismissed the claim. He told me that I was free to go. I surmised that she didn't expect me to call her bluff, or she did expect me to cave into settling. I think she backed out because she didn't want to have the photos of her body displayed on the courtroom TVs. The whole thing was was so aggravating, but I was slightly disappointed that I didn't get to present in the court because I wanted to humiliate her. I've never met someone so entitled and self-important. I think she knew about the mediation ahead of time and thought she had a golden opportunity to get something for nothing. Bye, Karen. Edit, let this serve as a warning to other professionals out there. Certain people believe that they own you once they've paid you for something. This Karen was beyond unreasonable, and there were red flags at the beginning that I should have paid attention to. Additionally, make sure you have a solid contract. Before I ever started tattooing, I searched through lots of tattoo artists' other consents until I found one that looked like they had probably been sued at some point, and I modeled mine after theirs. It's so frightening to feel like you could be indebted to someone for many thousands of dollars for one slight misstep or one mouthy text. I never said I refused to see her again, which would have been one of the two main points to my defense, although that's what I was thinking and what I wanted to say in the moment. I'm glad I restrained myself from arguing with her. That's totally unlike me, lol. This was a valuable lesson to learn about being selective with clients and work and passing on the red flags. You do not owe anyone a service or appointment just because they ask you for it. Update. Some have asked if I have to see her in our building still. I didn't cross paths with her or see her in our building again until after July. Luckily, there were no uncomfortable encounters. Our schedules didn't seem to overlap much. Plus, I was trying to avoid her, and I think she was trying to avoid me too. And I moved out of that suite at the end of October for unrelated reasons. Wow, good on you for standing your ground. When I was reading this and they were asking for a settlement, I was thinking, please don't give them any money. But yeah, it sounds like you handled this so well, and so they need to go find somebody else to finish their tattoo. Well, at least you don't have to work with them anymore. Like, oh, what's that? I don't have to deal with you anymore. Oh, what a shame. The next one is called, I don't care if your daughter is going on national TV. I can't make an order right now. This happened Saturday night during rush hour. I'm the front of house manager of a Chinese restaurant that has a really busy to-go. One of my hostesses handed me the phone and said, this lady said that she's not going to wait at all for her order and wants to speak to a manager. Even though we were quoting 40 minutes, the conversation went like this. Me, hi, this is the manager. Unfortunately, I can't get your order out before our wait time as our kitchen is extremely busy. Karen, put my order first. I need it now. Me, I'm sorry, I can't do that. Karen, you don't understand. My daughter is going on national TV at 7 p.m. It was 6:45 at this point, and is going to be a celebrity, and I need it now. I'll pay you extra. Me, I don't think you understand. It's not an issue of money. I have about 50 plus open to go orders right now and a full dining room of 150 people. Even if I told the kitchen to put your order first, which is unfair to everybody else, I could not get an order that large out before 7 p.m. Karen in the most snooty, mocking, high-pitched voice. Aw, you have 50 orders in a full dining room? Aw, good for you. You guys are doing so well. I don't think you understand. My daughter is going on national television in 15 minutes, and I need food for everyone. Me, well, I'm sorry I can't fulfill that order for you. Have a great night. And then they hang up. Yeah, oh, sorry, you're confused. I don't actually care that your daughter's going on TV. We're a super busy restaurant, and that's not how that works. God, people are so annoying. And yeah, on that note, let's read one more. No, I won't move my bar seat just because. Normally, if I'm in a random bar doing random drinking, like airports or hotels, and someone asks me to scooch over to fit their party, no prob. But if I'm at a sports bar and scooching would mean I can't see the game, no. Enter Karen, puts her hand on my shoulder and screams into my ear, hey, can you move so my husband and I can sit together? No, I can't see the game then. She's about 2 inches away from my ear and screams, what? Are you serious? I'm gonna sit here in the one seat next to you and talk to you until you move? Nope, I'm not moving. Song comes on. You know the one. Here I am stuck in the middle with you. She screams, jokers to the right at me. I decide a middle finger is warranted. She and husband eventually lose interest. My team ended up winning too. The top comment says, I would have told her everything my kid has ever told me about Minecraft. Yeah, like, hey, you don't want to leave, but I can annoy you. That's so frustrating. And yeah, that's definitely enough for today. Definitely time for something wholesome. This is how I managed to change the bed sheets in under 15 minutes. Oh, that's so cute. And the look that they're giving them as well. Like, you know, I'm about to get out of here. I'm going to pee on the floor. No, but that's so cute. Life is a series of getting hit in ways you didn't think you could get hit in, and then learning to recover in ways you never thought you could recover, until you're a regenerating, fast-healing monstrosity, cackling darkly as you arise from all of your setbacks, drinking in your foe's despair. Wow, that made that sound really badass. But yeah, damn right. Just growing and getting better every day. If you flip a photo of bats hanging upside down, they look like they're having a wicked dance-off. Oh my god, they do. Like, come on, is that all you've got? Starts breakdancing. Meet Oliver. He has thumbs. Oh, little Oliver. Such a beautiful little fella. And yeah, on that beautiful note, let's leave today's episode there. Thank you for watching, everybody. I hope you had a wonderful time. And if you did and you want to see more Karen Story episodes, make sure you like and subscribe. And the comment of the day today goes to Hollis Bostic 2872. I don't know how you do it, Vincey, but you make the tales of socially awful people doing socially awful things the brightest spot of my day every day. Thank you. Oh, you're too kind. Thank you for watching the episodes, and I'm so happy you enjoy them. Yeah, that really does sum up a lot of stuff that we read. Socially awful people doing socially awful stuff. But yeah, even though the videos are kind of terrifying, I'm so happy that you enjoy them. And guess what? I've got a brand new adventure planned for tomorrow, and I hope to see you then, guys. Make sure you look after yourself and make sure you have a beautiful, amazing rest of your day. And you know what I'm about to say because I say it every single day. Bye!